Welcome, everybody.
Damn, dude.
To the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
Where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll really make you think and say, damn, dude. I noticed that a lot of the people I looked up to, whenever, especially in the game of podcasting and just mentorship, I would realize whenever they would say something that was like mind-blowing, they would be like, damn, dude. And I realized I would say that for myself too when something would like blow my mind. So I'm like, that's the show. Originally, I was going to call this the Lace Up, but I think somebody had already taken the name. I don't know if they ever actually did anything with the show, but I was like, man, we're here to lace you up and have the types of conversations that'll really lace you up in game, or lace you up on game and put your head in life. And we took this a little bit different direction, which actually I prefer. So, again, welcome. This is the Damn Dude podcast, and this is episode 37. And this is part 7 of the episode of, what am I saying? This is part 7 of the journey to inner peace. So, welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys going along on this journey with me. I know it's been pretty crazy. Said some really out there shit and some really deep stuff, some really silly stuff, and everything in between. And before we get the show started, I just want to give a special shout out to my family that was in town this last weekend. Shout out Billy, Holly, Sophie, Hayden. Hayden, Sophie, you guys fucking rocked at surfing. I was so badass. My cousins from Wisconsin came. I got to teach them how to surf, and it was badass because most of the time people don't really like just get up and fucking ride waves like their first time surfing. But both my cousins, they were up and just fucking ripping, like hella athletic, hella just boom with the shit. I'm like, damn, fuck yeah, dude. It's cool. It's like, I'm not surprised when I have family members who are just talented. I'm like, it runs in our blood. Like, I see we're good at the same sorts of shit. Like, hell yeah, So that was fucking cool, man. Just got to bond with them, go surfing with my kids, my mom. Well, we didn't go surfing, she didn't go surfing, but hung out at the beach, and my kids were there, and it was just awesome. And my son, Nate, he was ripping it. We have I found this, if you know surfboards, I bought a fish at Goodwill. I want to say it's like 6'2", maybe 6'4", maybe 6'0". It's somewhere between 6 and 6'4". It's a fish with twin fins and the 2 mini skegs in there too. It's fucking beautiful. It's pretty beat up, but I mean, it's the board itself, the whole shape is fucking sick. So, he was just fucking ripping. I'm like, I'm out there and I'm helping my cousin learn to surf. And then I look up, I'm like, damn, that guy's hauling ass. I was like, oh, that's my kid. Like, that was Nate. What the fuck? Damn, that was fucking sick. So, yeah, man, it was just really cool. So I want to start that off with that. And, really just, oh man, I say this out of I need this lesson also. When I say family is so important and so cool. And yes, family can be the opposite in many ways too. But what I mean by this is it doesn't have to necessarily be your blood family, but the people who you consider family. It's like your husband, your wife, your significant other, your whatever, however. Or if you don't have one of those, then your good friends or people that care about you and that you care about, the people of your work, your community, stuff like that. That's your family. Whoever you turn to when you need advice, like that's your family. That's versions of your family. And yeah, man, it's all important. And I say that because it's like I fucking suck at staying in touch. I have cousins and relatives and uncles and stuff who live close by, and like I never go by, and it has nothing to do with like not wanting to hang out or anything. It's like I don't know. I wasn't really raised with that like, oh, go see them, this and that. And like I learned that from my other cousin, Howie. What up, Howie? If you ever get to this episode, I know you've been trying to catch up. They just keep coming so fast. And you're a busy ass dude. But I take it from him, which is like, man, just go visit people, stop by, and like I gotta get better at that. I really do. But so as we continue on this journey to inner peace, let's just kind of pick up where we left off, because if you've been following along, then I'm sure it's kind of still interesting, And just to recap, people, if this is your first time tuning in, we were talking about how this whole thing started with having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, freakouts at work. I just left my work during a mandatory meeting. I just wasn't having it. Started my own business, started working for myself, doing my own thing. Went through crazy panic attacks, went through crazy life circumstances, broke my skull, neck, and back, had two best friends get murdered, had my ex get pregnant by somebody else, had dropped out of school, quit my career, got fired from my job. It was just all fucked up, right? So, and all of that while I have a broken skull, neck, and back. And I'm just sitting there like, what am I going to fucking do? Anyway, that led to, because I had my own business, I'm going into personal development classes, trying to better my business. And that was, my context of why I was going there. Turns out it just shook my whole life apart and started really like cracked my heart open again, like in a good way, and cracked my brain open because I realized I was just so, this is how it is. And like, I wasn't open to anything. And now I've grown a lot of patience and openness, and like I'm very on the opposite end of how I used to be. And at the same time, I try not to ever forget who I used to be, because I know that remembering that and feeling that is useful. So that led to bigger things and different things in terms of personal development, which for me, plant medicines, natural medicines, ayahuasca, psilocybin, things like that, DMT, really helped bring me back to alignment and get in touch with my inner self and like my inner child who wants to like explore and play and have fun. A lot of us shut that kid up, or they've been shut up by somebody else or some adult or somebody who's mean or a teacher or some shit, fuck those people in the most loving way, all due respect, because sometimes they mean well, but fuck that energy, fuck that message, not fuck them. I retake that back. But I think most people are trying to help, and like a lot of times people just don't know when, or they haven't figured it out for themselves, and then they're giving advice and stuff on shit that they don't know how to do themselves. So I do my best to clarify, okay, like, I don't really do this for myself, but I know I need to do this. So I'm saying this not just for everybody else, but for me, So picking back up with the ayahuasca ceremony, the last one I explained how we kind of got all the way up to the fourth ceremony. And I realized in the earlier episodes, I didn't really clarify between the first through third ceremony, because it was all blended together. And it was kind of all the same thing, sort of, in the same world. Everything I explained kind of had to do with it, So the last one, I like really got in tune with myself and my power, and the fact that a gorilla can only be a gorilla, and Calvin can only be Calvin, and I can only be me, and my power is my power, and my belief of myself is how determines the amount of success I'm allowed in my life. Like my own self-image, my own self-talk, my own self-doubt is my absolute limit of where my success is allowed to go. Damn, dude. Crazy, right? So, last ceremony. Man, so we're 5 ceremonies in. We've made, and I think on this one, it was either 4 or 5, I made my own ayahuasca. Well, I didn't like make my own, but I made it with Jen, I made it with the teacher, with the shaman, Eladio, and we helped make it. And I'm not going to tell all the details on it, but like we fucking made that shit, and we helped cook it, and we had our own ceremony. We did our own prayers, put our own intentions, the whole thing. It was beautiful. And we did it in that last ceremony, dude. It was like, Maestro basically was like, bro, like, here's the keys, you take the wheel. And I was just like, what? And he kept telling me beforehand, like, dude, like, I want you to lead. And like, I was just so scared, dude. But finally, after that last experience, throwing the green energy, healing people, seeing them being like slumped over and just landing that energy on them, and waking up and start dancing and singing was like, whoa, this is fucking sick. So going through that ceremony, I'm like, it's crazy. It went by so fast, and all the other ones were timeless. And I felt like this was the only one that really like kind of went by quickly. I don't even know if that makes sense for this type of conversation, actually, but I don't know. Anyway, we do it, and I'm chilling, dude. All of a sudden I see the grid of life come back, and I see the in between spaces. I see everything as it is for its like beyond what we can even describe as elements. I saw it as its true, smaller than atoms, smaller than particles, like deeper than particles. Like, where do particles and atoms come from? You know, like what's smaller than, maybe there's some technical answer to that. I don't know. But I'm just saying this like in a theological way. Like, you know, we're like, if you just break this down, you're just kind of thinking about this very simply, like, well, fuck, there's got to be something else. You know, there can't be just atoms that build all of life. There's got to be more shit to it that's unexplainable, right? I mean, there's just too much shit to say, oh, it's atoms. Like, I mean, yeah, it probably exists and everything, but at the same time, there's more shit to stuff. You know, there's stuff we just don't understand. There's shit science can't explain and won't ever explain. And there's stuff that with these ancient plant medicines and plant technologies and the information highways they provide, that it'll tell you those answers. It fills in those gaps. And that's why I don't really trip on fucking the media, news, presidency, voting, this, that, none of that shit. Because it's like, I've seen the in-between and I'm like, oh, like that's their journey. That's their mission. Like for me, I'm not about that shit. Like I'm on a completely different tip of what I'm doing. And I firmly believe in doing what I can from where I'm at. Because if you're not doing what you can from where you're at, then like what the fuck, you're wasting your time. You know what I mean? Not saying you can't help people on the other side of the world, but it's like you got to have the right connections to make it happen and make it doable, you know? So anyway, so going back, this last one, it was like the context was like, this is a celebration. And that wasn't really the context before. It was always like, all right, we're going to heal. You're going to have your own journey. You're going to, you know, it's kind of that. It was like, it wasn't even, oh, we're going to heal. It was like, yeah, like, I don't even know. It's not even contextualized like that. I don't know. Anyway, so we made our own. We go ceremony. The day felt like, man, it's such a weird combo. Like, you ever have the feeling where the day is so long and at the same time it feels like it's so lightning fast? That was what that last day felt like. It felt like hours and hours. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many hours till the ceremony at night. And at the same time, I was like, whoa, where did all the time go? Like, what the fuck? And the whole time we're doing like painting and we're creating art. We're doing shirts. We're making clothes. Jen had a clothing company, Fearless Clothing, and it's like custom art, and we're doing some of that. And I made some really ugly shit, but it was funny. Anyway, so we're there, dude, and ceremony comes, and I'm so excited, dude. And I drink, I go and I accept the drink, and I say my thanks, and I take it, I partake, and then I go sit back down. I'm just meditating, and it was weird because before I saw the grid of life and all of that come back, whoa, sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my mic. I was like, nothing's happening, and it felt like nothing was going on for hella long. And I finally was like, you know what, fuck it, just let go of it. And then I realized this is the practice. That's kind of what it was trying to teach me this whole time was like, dude, there's how you feel when you get in your head about things. There's how you interpret things in your head. And at the same time, reality is still occurring out here, dude. Like you have the ability to let this go. You have the ability to clear your mind because you understand how to see life as it is. And life as it is breathing at its, if you boiled it all down to why we can stand why you consider stand or lay in your position or whatever, is because you're breathing. Truly, if you stop breathing, you can't do any of this, anything that you do or like to do, you can't do it if you stop breathing. Even going underwater is a form of breathing because you have to let out certain amounts of air at a certain time, which is a part of breathing. But the trick is to make it go as long as possible. And you're actually mastering your breathing rather than not breathing. It's like a higher form of breathing when you can go deep underwater for long periods of time and shit like that, you know? So I'm there and I'm seeing life as it is. I'm back to my breathing and I'm being aware of my breathing. I'm being aware of every body sensation I have, scanning from the top of my head down through my arms, or down through my neck, down through my arms, my shoulders, my forearms, elbows, everything, hands, fingers, down through my body, everything, down to my, all the way through to my feet, and then all the way back up again, and a whole bunch of times. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm back to reality because I'm at the source of life again. So boom, as soon as I start having that, I'm like, oh, this is how I use my meditation. I was always like, damn, meditation is really helpful. And like, what is it exactly? What's going on? And I realized it's like, whoa, it's cleansing, it's cleaning inside of me. And I can actually use it to be closer to as it is supposed to be. It's like our body is supposed to be healthy. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm just like, holy fuck.
Damn, dude.
Like, this all hella blew my mind, right? So I'm like, I always knew is to let go and just remember. We don't have to hold on to the pain, you know? The same thing with our victories and whatever. It's like, accept it, own it, appreciate it, let it go. You don't have to forget about it, but just let go of it, because until you let go of it, you won't have new space to allow the new blessings in. Yeah, I mean?
Damn, dude.
So it's like, really, it's like if we have that in the space, oh, I'm a winner, or oh, I'm such a failure, that's literally in the way and blocking your next victory. So we need to keep practicing victories in order to keep feeling victorious and to keep being victorious.
Damn, dude.
That's really the trick, is just keep doing it over and over. And I realize when I do that, I get success. And then when I don't do that, I don't get success. I'm like, well, damn, this feels so complicated, but it's so simple. Like, fuck, dude. So going to the ceremony, it's kicking, and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking blasting off. And I didn't really necessarily blast off like how, you know, people talk about with DMT and stuff, but like, I did, just fully under control. I knew exactly what I was doing and where I was going and how to navigate and how to pick different realms and different fields and go through different places. And it's like in the dream world, in this spirit world, in this next realm, whatever you want to call it, next dimension. There's like places, like you can go back to specific places. And it's interesting because there's like roadmaps to this, and different shamans and different songs and different plants hold all the different levels of maps to it. They're like different downloads of maps. And the more information highways you can download into your body, or kind of clear all the random earthly occurrences and thoughts that we think that are influenced by media and marketing and or propaganda or just overly loud people or shit like that, you know, like when we really go back to start thinking our own real human thoughts and feelings is like crazy. Because just the same way you can remember how to get from your house to the grocery store, as soon as you go there into the next realm, dimension, whatever, you can remember how to get essentially from your house to the grocery store.
Damn, dude.
So it's crazy because you can actually advance more times when you go back, but at the same time, it's a trap, because if you keep going back and you don't understand what you just understood and what you just experienced, then it becomes this like snake eating its own tail in a circle forever sort of thing. And you see people get tripped out and lost and essentially go too far because they stop participating in reality. And these plants, I believe, as humans, are meant to. Here you go. It just becomes abuse at a certain point if you really don't have a handle on it. And it's like, yeah, you can learn, but at the same time, just like anything else, there comes a point where you can abuse it, and it's no longer good for you anymore. So, I realizing that I can just enter this world and I remember where I'm at. And because of this, I was able to spring back to being present here in that moment. So it was weird because I was down the information highway. I was going down the information highway. And at the same time, I'm knowing where I'm traveling. And I'm making certain stops. And I'm telling certain people certain things. And I'm healing people with certain energy and love, and I'm giving people hugs and all of this through this dream world as I travel down the information highway. Let's say you're from San Diego and I start off down south and I'm going up the 805 and I pass the 94. Boom. If you live off the 94, all right, boom, stop, see real quick. Boom, I'm hopping back on the 805. All right, if you live off home, boom, I'm gonna come stop, see real quick. Boom, hop back. All right, I'm gonna go up. If you live off University, El Cajon, whatever. All right, boom, stop off, say what's up, keep going. All right, boom, eventually Mira Mesa, boom, Mira Mesa Boulevard, Scripps, whatever, what's up, keep going. Oh, what's up? You live off the 56, what's up? You know, I keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's basically what happens with this. And it's like, you ever wonder why people on opposite ends of the world before technology, like communication technology existed, how they came up with the same visions and findings and things? Like, how the fuck they got the same statues in China as they do in Africa and they do in Mexico? Like, why? How they all got the same shit? Why they all got dragons? Why they all got like unicorns and Pegasus and all these other things that, oh, these are fake, right? Like, okay, in our world, if you don't believe it, and it's like fucking multi-level marketing is fake if you don't believe in it, but it's still real, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It just depends where you're coming from and which side of the coin you're looking at. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. So, oh man. But that's what I learned. So I came back and I was just visiting people. I was just traveling, visiting, saying what's up to all the homies, the family, saying what's up to myself, my past life, dead people, this, that. I'm just fucking like, anywhere that your imagination is capable of going, I went. And what was cool about it was the more places I went, the more I was able to go, was like the more I got rid of my like information I learned about earthly things as I grew up, about society and money and status and this and that. And it's like, oh man, I don't need any of that shit, dude. Fuck that. The more I can worry less about, oh, that's rude if you blah, blah, blah. Oh, the more I can worry less about whatever. It's like, man, I'm already very polite. I'm already very respectful. I don't have to like remember how to be nice or respectful or polite or to be kind. You know, it's like I practice being kind so I don't have to remember to be kind.
Damn, dude.
So yeah. So it's like the last one, on the last journey, I'm there, like, remember I mentioned the snake kept popping up and it would just try and attack me and it would scare me out of nowhere. The big ass like anaconda, like purple and green and black, and it was just terrifying. And it would scare me, and like eventually at the fifth ceremony I forgot to mention this, on the fourth ceremony, it went in my face and I didn't even flinch. I just stood there staring at it. I didn't move. I was just smiling. And then on the fifth one, this motherfucker pops up. And I'm just fucking, but oh, sorry, I'm telling that wrong. Right, the moment before he pops up, I sense he's gonna pop up. And I'm like, what's up, you fucker? Like, I'm gonna get your ass. So I fucking go and I'm just kind of waiting. Dude, and I scared the fucking snake. And it literally was like, it shook. And it kind of smiled and it shook his head kind of and slithered away. And I was like, that was it? Like, that's it?
Damn, dude.
Come on now. All I had to do was just stop, relax, and face you, let go, and just accept any of the fear. I just accepted it. I was like, what's up, snake? Oh, man. So that was the moment I really got accepted into the animal kingdom, in a sense. So on that note, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Damn, dude.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? What up, everybody? Nehama. How are you guys? Magandang hapon. Po. Nishigawa. That means west side in Japanese. We learned that on a bus back in the day, actually. We ditched, I don't remember, I think we ditched school, we hopped on a bus. We had the weirdest group of homies. It was so funny. It was like we had like nerdy friends, gangster ass friends, friends from out of state, and everybody in between. And we met these Japanese girls on the bus, and we were just, I don't know, we're like, how do you say West Side? How do you say fuck you? How do you say this? And like, that was the one thing I remember. Nishigawa, Nishigawa. So anyway, man, I remember. So finally, like we go. Let me think how I want to say this. Okay, so I'll start up here. So I remember. So as far as like why I said getting accepted into the animal kingdom is because there was, I think I said this before, there's a ton of like wild animals around me, and they're like different colors and shit, and this was like as real as could be. And imagine like walking around with a fucking wild tigers and lions and bears and jaguars and pumas and gorillas, and I mean, well, maybe not. No, I'm confusing. No, was there bears? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but like all those big, scary, crazy animals. Excuse me. And just walking with them. And I remember I started walking with them, and I started at first in my like visions, I would be with them for a moment, and then I would get in my head and fail the test, and then I would think I was gonna get attacked, and then I just like attacked. I would think I was gonna get attacked, and then I would zap to somewhere else. And it was like just kind of keeping me safe. It was weird. So seeing that I get dropped back off with them again, and I'm there, and I'm like, what up, guys? Rather than like, oh shit. Because it was like every time I would just go just a second longer, just a second longer, just a second longer. And I was like almost building up like tolerance and stamina for the animals, and my understanding and my ability to like let go of ideas of fear and just do it, just own the fear, hold it, hug it, not try and get rid of it. So I see that, and finally I'm just one with them, and then we're walking through the jungle, and all of a sudden I stop, and there's a mirror, and then I look up, and then like I look at the mirror, because in my head I'm almost like a drone, just like flying at like eye level with the rest of the animals is what it seemed like and what it felt like. And we go and we stop, and then there's a mirror, like a huge mirror just in the middle of the jungle. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I'm like, damn, man, like that tiger, that thing's fucking sick. I was like, damn, that gorilla, that motherfucker looks badass. And I'm just looking at all the animals just standing there, looking at themselves in the mirror. They weren't really reacting, but they're just kind of standing there like, huh, wow. And it was weird because they were all acting how I was acting. And I was like, that's weird. And I look in the mirror, and every time I react, the gorilla's moving with it, like with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look back, and I'm like, oh shit, I am the gorilla. And I was like, that is my power that represents me, is like, I have that inside me. That's my attitude, I guess. That's my demeanor. That's how I do things, is like, all right, yeah, it's cool. It's all fun and games. We'll fuck around, but like at the end of the day, I'm hella fucking serious about my shit. At the same time, I'm like, we got to do what's best for these kids. And that's very like gorilla like. But I guess in the jungle, it was like, the lion and the tiger were like, yo, gorilla, like, we fuck with you, bro. Like, we're not trying to beef with you. Like, we don't want the funk, like, and it was vice versa. I was like, yeah, bro, equally respect. Like, I don't want funk with you either. And so I ended up just walking with them, and it was like, I realized in that moment, I was just really walking with myself. I was walking with God. I was walking with in the heavens. And like, I realized that like heaven is a state of mind.
damn, dude.
And I think that if we heal enough generational baggage and trauma and family trauma and past life shit, that we get to experience that. And I'm not saying I got shit figured out or I'm fucking doing things right, but like, these are just insights that I have and experiences that I've had, and they've helped because they've actually improved my life and my experiences with people. So with that, it just kind of became this. After that, this whole ceremony just kind of became a big celebration. Everybody's just dancing and singing and playing instruments, and I just remember dancing around. It was amazing. I was singing my ass off, dude. Like I've never sang, and like all the icaros just came out of me, dude. I was just fucking singing and dancing, and man, it was amazing. And I remember we were like, they were like, dude, you guys want to go to the disco and party on the last, before you guys leave the jungle? We're like, yeah. Like, fuck yeah, what do you mean? And so basically it's interesting because you cannot drink alcohol after you've done ayahuasca. Like it'll fuck your world up if you put bad shit in your body again after ayahuasca, because you're so clean and so pure and so open and shit after that like it's something else, dude. Like it will destroy you. I remember I drank soda afterwards one time, and oh, it was just bad news, dude. It fucked me up. It wasn't that it just messed my stomach up. It was like that it like fucked up like my soul and my like mindset. It was crazy, dude. Because I do think that the food we eat affects our energy and how we think. It's not even I think that's actually true. That's the latest factual information about eating. Well, about that anyway. So Maestro says, no, it's cool. Like, we'll just make it so we can, we'll ask permission to be able to drink in honor of celebration and not for the sake of abuse, like, well, he didn't, not that, but, just for the sake of celebration. I said that just to clarify. And so we finished the ceremony. It was just beautiful, have the most beautiful conversations. I remember after some of these ceremonies, I was just downloading information. I would talk to Jen. I should just be like, keep talking. And I would just be like, I have no clue what I was saying. I was just downloading information from who the fuck knows where. And so the next morning, it's like, oh man, wow, that was intense. So we're like, all right, next night comes, day goes. There's a lot. I'm kind of just glazing over. It's pretty intense, but at the same time, like we talk about it and we review and we share and we analyze and do all that stuff about all of our ceremonies and trips and interpret the whole thing. So you're not really just left with like, oh, what the fuck was that? They really help you figure it out because they have it beyond decades of experience with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years worth of experience with this, if not more. And it's just passed on and passed on and passed on. So fast forward. We're like, all right, we're going to go to the jungle. I'm sorry, no, we're not going to go to the jungle. We're going to go to the discoteca. And I'm like, what? Like, all right, excuse me. Man, I'm pretty tired. It's been a long ass day. Anyway. Oh, it's been a great day. So we go to the discoteca and and some of my favorite things that I'd found, and this was at the end once we started being able to eat like more normal foods and stuff like that. San Juan Day happened to come up, and they eat this. They all make this meal called Juany, and it's like, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. Juany, but it's spelled like Juan, like Juany, Juany, San Juan, and I guess it's what they make in his honor. I don't know if it's his favorite food or what, but it's like it's a banana. They cook it in a banana leaf. And it's yellow rice with chicken, a couple olives. Sometimes they'll put like a hard-boiled egg in it. I'm not a fan of hard-boiled eggs, but I'll eat it in that. And I think that's it. And it's just seasoned fucking so incredible, dude. It's just so moist and juicy. And oh, it's the best thing ever. I ate probably like 1,000 of those things. And then they had these little pink stale cookie things. It's like these stale cookies, like this pink frosting stuff painted on it, almost as like watercolor looking. And it was so good. I don't know if it's because I didn't eat any snacks or anything for so long, but like I just remember it was so good. So we go, we have those, and we freaking enter the discoteca. We literally hop on a boat, go down the Amazon River. You would never know the shit was there. But you hear all of a sudden, like when we're down the river, doo, 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 doo. We're like, what? I'm like, no way. And then so we pull up the boat, and we're driving down the Amazon River at night. Fucking nighttime, like 10 o'clock, something like that. We're going down. We dock the boat, we hop off. We're like, no fucking way, are you kidding me? We hop off. We go in, and there's just fucking like this little fucking town with a little disco and a club, and we're like, what the fuck? And we go, and they have 40s, and they're called they have 40s of beers called Cristal. And we're like, well, I was like, yo, we got Cristal. I was like, dude, we're drinking 40s of Cristal. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a Cristal to the dome. Like, and we're just cracking up because Cristal is like fancy as champagne, or So we're fucking dude getting faded, dude. We're just dancing, and the dances people are doing are so funny because it's just like blacked out drunk jungle people who've never seen like pop culture dancing or music videos, or like they have no concept of what's cool. They're just like dancing like like hella like I don't even know what I want to call it. Tribal. It's just like everybody's just doing something different. It was just really wacky. Like it was like when the Peanuts characters dance like. And I mean that in no offensive way. It's just like the best way I could describe it. So we're out there, we see fucking this dude. I swear on my life, dude, this fool's Abraham Lincoln, dude. Like the real Abraham Lincoln. He lives in the jungle in Peru, dude. Like I'm gonna see if I can find a picture for you guys for when we post it on Instagram, because I thought the dude looked hella like Abraham Lincoln. So anyway, we're just dancing and faded. Oh my goodness, dude. And we're just fucking, I don't know, maybe like 4, 5 40s deep between me and Jen. I finally tapped out. She's like, man, I'm Mexican. I could fucking drink forever. I was like, do your thing. Then I was like, I'm fucking done, bro. And I'm done. I'm just like, see, I'm having a hard time keeping myself together, dude. When naturally I gotta pee a lot. When I get drunk and I break that seal, I'm like, literally like every 5 to 12 minutes I gotta go pee. I'm just like, oh, I gotta go pee. And then so I'm like going hella times, and it's weird because out in the jungle, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere, but so it's like you'd think you could just go pee in the tree, but it's like sometimes it's not okay, and then sometimes it is okay, and it's like it's a very like fine line. Like you gotta be really mindful like where you could do that outside, which is, it's true because a lot of it's kind of like sacred land and they really respect it, so they don't want you just peeing wherever. So they have bathrooms, but the bathrooms are like, I'd just rather pee outside, But so anyway, so we make our way. We're just faded. I'm peeing all the time. The guy's like, damn, bro, what's up with you? Whatever. And I can't even talk to each other. But so night goes on. We're just dancing, having fun, whatever. I keep having like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really drink that much. So when I do, I'm just like, I don't know, it hits me extra hard, and I was just fucking feeling it, dude. I was just trying to survive. We go to the next club over, and we're just like, it's just, and at this point, I was like trusting of everybody because, it was just all the people I met were so cool and so trustworthy, I was like, damn, people here are cool. But they were like, nah, there's bad people out here, bro, like, for reals. And so I was fit as fuck. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, damn, I gotta take a piss. And Jen's like, all right, like, let's see if we can find you the bathroom. And and then this dude, this fucking stray weirdo comes up. Oh, the bathroom? You want to go to the bathroom? She's like, I'll take you to the bathroom. I was like, What the fuck? I was like, no. I was like, no, where's the bathroom at? But I couldn't talk because, I was like, oh, baño. That was all I could say. Like, I don't know how to say anything else. Or like, tienes baño? Like, you have a bathroom? Um, but dude's being weird, and Jen is all of a sudden like, no, like, get the fuck away from here. And I was like, yo, what was it? Like, what's up? And she's like, man, like, I was trying to hit on you. I was like, what? I was like, nah. And I'm like, drunk as fuck. I was like, bro, like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, man, that's creepy, dude. Like, that's hella creepy. And she's like, dude, I told you. And they told us, like, there's some fucking weirdos out here. So it was weird because I don't know if they just made us. I mean, it was weird. They made other people do it too, but they had to have had some sort of other bathroom in this place. But basically, okay. So we shook the weirdo. She was like, yo, I'll beat your ass, basically, to this dude in the middle of the jungle, because he was just kept trying to be like, yeah, no, I'm just trying to hang out with your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to hang out with them and this and that. And she was just like, I don't know exactly what he wanted. He just had a hella bad vibe. I was like, nah, I feel that. Like, fuck that, So we go and we're just kicking in. It's just like, this club there's hella weirdos. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Nobody specifically did anything. It was just like when you get that weird look and vibe and you're like, fuck. When like if somebody's about to come fight you or be like, hey, like, nice jacket, or like, hey, nice shoes you got, homie. Like, it's like, fuck. You know that look like, hey, homie. If you guys ever seen that World's Deadliest Prisons, the one where they're in like India and he's like, oh, give me your takis. You have very nice takis. We do not have takis that nice as yours. You should give me your takis. But the look that the takis got. If you know what I'm talking about, the numbers gang. That's the one, though. The numbers gang. You must give me your takis. Oh, everybody join the numbers gang. That one. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you've seen that. I mean, you're probably laughing your fucking ass off right now. If you haven't seen that, then it's probably not that funny. Anyway, but that look, that's what I'm talking about. That's the look. So I just remember we're fucking partying, and then so I gotta take a piss. Jen's gotta take a piss. So we end up going upstairs in the like creepier club, and there's literally this pole. I mean, not a pole, like a plank of wood. It's just like a fucking like 1.5 plank, like foot wide, maybe 2 foot wide plank that just like goes out. And it's on a second story, and it's just hanging over fucking like a death pit of shit and piss. And you literally have to stand on this board and just balance and pee. And it's like, if you're a girl, then you gotta squat and like hang over it and not fall off. So literally, like, hella people, like, they had to have a partner if you were a girl, to have somebody holding their hands like so they can squat off the edge and pee off the edge of this thing or whatever, because you could literally die and or fall in shit and or die while falling in piss and shit. Like, like completely fuck all that. So, oh my God, we were doing that at like fucking 2 a.m. in the middle of the jungle, fucking like 540s deep. Like,
Damn, dude.
I was like, bro, if this is how we die, like, we just made it through all this crazy ceremonies and all this crazy shit, and this is how we go out. Like, nah, man, no way. So yeah, dude, so that was like the gnarliest thing ever. It's just like hanging off the edge. And I remember at this point, I was just so like, whatever, dude. I had seen so much. I had fucking puked and damn near shit my pants and all this shit in front of people and all of a sudden I'm just like, man, I got fucking nothing to be embarrassed about, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore, man. Like, really, it is what it is, dude. So, partying in the fucking discoteca in the middle of the jungle was easily one of the craziest nights of my life, dude. Like, I can't even. I can't even explain. Like, I feel like for me to really hit every detail, I'd have to talk for like 4 hours. And I don't want to bore anybody, but it's like I do want to paint pictures very vividly. So I think I'm doing a good job of that. um, so if you ever catch yourself in the middle of the Amazon jungle, uh, the little pink steel cookies are pretty fucking bomb. Inca Cola is fucking some fire ass soda. Juany, if you are there at the right time, whenever San Juan Day is, get a lot, cause that shit is so good. Oh my goodness. So, man, on that note, no, not on that note. I forgot to mention. Okay. So, before I wrap this up, after the ceremony, after the discoteca, we were there till the next morning, and then we got to hop back on the boat, 5-hour ride back to the land, onto the bus thing, back to the hotel, or back to the city, back to Iquitos, and then from there back to the airport, and then fly back, land in Panama. No. I think we flew back to Florida, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I think we flew to Florida to see some family and then flew back to San Diego. I think that's what happened. Anyway, I remember we smuggled back a bunch of... I don't think... It wasn't illegal, actually. It's just... It can't... Like... I don't know. Yeah, it actually wasn't illegal. We brought back some ayahuasca root, like actual ayahuasca root. But the thing is, we weren't able to grow, and it's not humid and tropical enough here in San Diego to do that. So having just that is not illegal. But if you make the brew, then I think it's illegal. I'm not sure. But and it's weird because I know certain churches in the United States are allowed to use it for ceremonial purposes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so it was just kind of interesting thing. And we brought back a bunch of the, like, mapachos, the cigarettes, and, different plants and teas and all sorts of stuff, And that was nerve-wracking and cool. And they were just kind of like, yeah, cool, go for it, like, sweet. Really, like, the craziest place getting back to is in America, dude. We're so fucking overboard about shit. Holy fuck, man. But yeah, I mean, we came in, we got through, it was just fine. It was just so many questions, and the line is so unnecessarily long for what they're asking and shit. It's I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. So what we'll do is next for part 8 of Journey to Inner Peace. Well, I realized this one didn't really go too like deep, but it was very necessary to tie all this together. Because the next time around is DMT. Just DMT alone. And we're going to go deep as fuck into this. Because I'm talking about from fucking harvesting, being the source, telling you how it gets from A to B to C. And it's something else, man. It's absolutely something else. And this is when I moved to Hawaii. And I learned about plants and from some different shamans in a whole nother way. Whoo! Crazy. So on that note, I just want to thank you guys for keeping us at a global ranked top 10% podcast in the world.
Damn, dude.
That is top 10% out of 2,436,947 podcasts. And believe it or not, I've actually got more Shiba Inu coins than that. But that's a whole nother subject. Doge, Shib, all that shit. We'll see about the Shib. That one's we'll see. But I fuck with it. I like the community. And Doge, I think that's for sure going to be a winner. Anyways, and you guys are keeping us ranked at top 10% in the world. So much love, and I appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys have a beautiful journey of your own healing and peace and wisdom and growth and love and accessibility and kindness in the world. Yeah, man, you guys are beautiful. And remember that you matter. You're never alone. And pain is never permanent. It's always and only temporary. And Just remember, say 3 things you're grateful for every morning, every night. Your life will change substantially for the good. Let more love in, let more life in. And let's fucking rock this world. Let's show our kids what it looks like to be happy examples of adults and people, and show the fucking world what it looks like to be a dope ass fucking human being. So on that note, much love. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. I gotta get some snack or food in me because I'm running on E here. I'm gonna go teach a bunch of more kids here today. And then and before I do that, spend some quality time with my kids. And yeah, you know what it is. So on that note, Rooster Tail, take us out. That's at Rooster Tail Official, Rooster TALE Official on Instagram and wherever music is found. Much love. Have a beautiful day. Peace.